Arnold. As you can see from this, good and decent set of players are here. But the one problem is 18 levels, and look at this. Look at this. Hurricane as deep line forward, and he has weak dribbling, ball control type possession. You need to allocate there, and he doesn't have any speed or an acceleration. A Hurricane is a target man. He cannot be deep line forward, so this is a bad card choice. Honestly. Robertson, offensive fullback, good, 25 points to allocate. I have Robertson from the I think Liverpool featured players, and this Robertson can be better than that one. My Arnold is also featured player, and this Arnold is much more better. So this Arnold worthwhile. The only thing that I would also try to increase more on him is defensive awareness and tackling, aggression, and defense engagement, because I like my fullbacks to be more defensive wise. Even though if he's offensive fullback, I like them to be more defensive oriented than this. And then you allocate speed and acceleration as well. A little bit of low cross and lofted pass. Already he has good set of dribbling, so you don't need to increase that much, but it's also a good thing. Virgil, I have featured Virgil, and actually this one you can slightly improve. So what you should improve on him is defensive awareness, tackling, aggression, and that. And don't waste for the long ball counter on him. If your already player style of the entire team is above 90, it's going to be great. So you don't need to invest, or maybe you invest 1 point there. But everything else you need to go on acceleration, because acceleration and defensive awareness is the key for catching up the opponent's strikers. So that's what you need to do. Mason Mount, whole player. I already have the featured one from Chelsea pack, and this, I think this one can be slightly better, but what you need to do is also speed and acceleration on him, dribbling, tight possession, ball control. And now, the only thing is, I need to ask you, what should you go with him? Are you going to play him as a secondary striker, or are you going to play him as a advanced midfielder behind the two attackers or one attacker? Then you need to allocate passing there. If you are going to play him behind the strikers, you need to increase passing. If you're going to play him on the wing, you need to have ball control, dribbling, and tight possession much higher than this, about 85, and that's it. That's obviously speed and acceleration is a must if you're going to flank him. But if you're going to play in the middle, then speed needs to be 80, acceleration 82, 83, something like that, and that's that, and you're good to go with him. Tammy Abraham, on the other hand, is goal poacher, and like any other goal poacher, because he's tall, you need to increase a little bit of jumping range on him, and finishing, and speed and acceleration. He already has good ball control, dribbling, and tight possession. You don't need that much passing on him, because also he doesn't have any skill cards for the pass as well. So you actually need him to be your finisher, and that's it. Nothing else. Pickford, offensive goalkeeper. I would increase a little bit of reflexes, and the rest I would go with pairing and goalkeeping awareness and jumping on him. But he is good starting goalkeeper, and probably he's going to be in the form as well. Diego Jota, on the other hand, dummy runner, good as a secondary striker, also like Müller. Obviously, playstyle needs 1.2 for quick counter and 3 more for long ball counter, but if you're playing one playstyle, quick counter is good for you. What you need to increase on him is ball control, dribbling and tight possession. And if you're going to play him as a dummy runner and secondary striker, you need to have low pass above 70. But if you're going to play him on flank, also 77 is some kind of limit. But everything else you need to increase the ball control, dribbling and tight possession and speed for him. That's how you go with him. Yeah, I agree with you, Magic. Pickford has weird starting acceleration and pace. Box-to-box Henderson. For every box-to-box player, my personal opinion is they need to be good at defensive. So defensive awareness needs to be above 75 for them. Low pass and lofted pass is a good starting point. A little bit on ball control and dribbling so he can hold up the ball. Stamina is a key thing in box-to-box players, but speed and acceleration is also something that you need to allocate for Henderson, because especially acceleration, so he can get caught up with opposition attackers. And last but not least, Chalobah. Speed, good for center back. Excellent speed. And because he's built up, but honestly, I even though he's built up, I would develop him as a destroyer. So he doesn't need that low pass, lofted pass, anything. What he needs is defensive awareness above 85, speed and acceleration to get caught up with the players, and I would have physical contact on him above 80 as well. So that is how I would do this pack. And honestly, guys, from this pack, almost every player is worthwhile. I forget about Salah. But from this pack, everyone is worthwhile. Even Salah is good in this pack. Now, I have featured Salah. He performed very well for me. I know that people are also saying that they had trouble with Salah, but I played him as a secondary striker. So that is why he performed good for me. Dribbling is a must to develop on him. Good starting point. Good starting point is acceleration and speed for him, and I would increase speed maybe 89. That's something I would do. I would increase his kicking power because he already has good finishing, so he needs better kicking power, and he has already good curl, so curl maybe above 80. So you can use finesse shot for him, but that's it. So yeah. From this pack, entirety of the pack, I would say the only bad player in this pack is Harry Kane. That's my opinion. Why Chalobah is not extra frontman? That's the question that we need to ask Konami, and why Harry Kane is, instead of target man, is deep line forward. When Kane ever in his whole career, play as an attacking playmaker? When? Especially not at this age, 30. But yeah, all around, this pack is worthwhile if you're a beginner. If you already have a decent set of players, this pack is not going to give you any advantage.